the gears, so let's check. Can you describe more about critical attack chance, lethal attack chance? Okay, all right. Damn, that's a perfect bill. It's almost next to perfect. All right, so critical attack damage is basically, uh, you know, how much damage is inflicted by a critical hit. That's what it says. Crit attack or crit is an attack that does greater than normal damage, a little bit more than what a normal damage is supposed to do. Crit chance is that how much chances that you will get to do that critical damage. So it's like 75% of the time in the fight you will get a chance to do critical attack damage. So that's critical attack chance. Lethal attack is basically it says that it bypasses an opponent's block but will not break the block or reset the combo meter. So even if, let's say, sometimes when your opponent is blocking, they will still get hit like a normal attack, but it won't break the block, but or the combo meter or reset the combo meter, but will still do the damage. Lethal attack inflicts 10% more damage than normal. Multiply and stack with critical attack damage bonus. Okay, though they multiply with the critical attack damage bonus as well. Fast attack hits is basically how many hits you get when you do a basic attack. So over here it's 2. Basically it is 2 for almost all the characters. It's 1 or it's 2. And for Justice League Flash it is 3. So that's why we tend to use Justice League the Flash when you're using Raiden or when we're fighting with the Joker, right? So that's why we do that. Fast attack chance is how many times your hits will be fast attack hits, which you will get 2 or more hits on that particular basic attack. So that's what happens. Fast attack is basically how often you trigger extra hits on your basics and swipe attack. So this should be maxed out if you want to get more hits, but it's not mandatory for all the characters, only for those characters who are doing damage on their basics, like the Joker, Flash, Raiden, and even Batman Ninja Catwoman. She also does a lot of damage on the basics, right? So defense is pretty much simple. Uh, defense is reducing all incoming damage from all attacks, damage over time, armor piercing, or any other attack, and which ignores defense. Attacks ignoring defense. Blocking is pretty simple. Obviously, you block it, and the damage that the opponent does is reduced automatically. Stun resistance, damage over time resistance, and crit attack resistance. So these are all resistances. Whenever the opponent is doing a crit attack on you, you know that attack will be reduced because of the because of this resistance. So this is stun attack resistance. So whenever opponent is trying to stun you, you know whenever the opponent is trying to stun you, this resistance will come in handy. It will be the how much ever the percent is there. Now it's 0% over here, because normally it's not that Batwoman the Drowned gets stunned on a daily on normally on a very high note when we're fighting in the arena or anywhere else in the rage or anything else. Damage over time is when the opponent does damage over time on your characters, their resistance to that particular damage will increase. And critical attack is same thing. Whenever your opponent does a critical attack damage on on your characters, that critical attack damage will be reduced. The resistance for that critical attack damage will be increased, right? So these are a few things that will understanding this will help you understand this game better overall. It's not that you need to understand each and every basic stuff or like each and every number that is there over here. You just try to understand this, and you will have a very clear vision or a clear idea on how the damage works and how you get more damage. Why is the reason your character is not doing more damage? Why is the reason your character is not able to survive or last long in the game? So these are a few things that will help you. It's not mandatory to remember everything. You can just come here and you can just take a look at this and refresh your memory if you're not if you forget something or you forget at times. So yeah, this is how it works, and this is pretty much all you need to know about how to do more damage and how to take damage and how to survive a particular character in the battle. And yeah, if you still have any questions, do let me know. Okay, so critical attack damage should be a first priority every time on a damage dealer. On a damage dealer, critical attack damage and critical attack chance is the first two things that you build. And after that, you can go for either fast attack chance. If a character is dying pretty quickly, let's say if you're having a character that is just at 3 stars, your Batwoman the Drowned is just at 3 stars, or your Raiden is just at 3 stars, they're dying pretty quick, then I would suggest you add a little bit of defense, not max out the entire defense, a little bit of defense initially. And then as your character progresses to a higher star levels, like level 7, level 8, I'm sorry, level 7, or like you ascend them, then you can remove that defense and replace it with something that is you don't have. Like CAD is missing, a little bit of CAC is missing, and replace it with that. So normally this is how it works, and it's quite easy to understand. There is nothing confusing over here. It's quite simple and easy to understand. And yeah, this is how you work around your characters. Damage dealers always need to have critical attack damage and critical attack chance maxed out. For your tanks, your defense, your resistance, and you need to put in a lot of health instead of attack. For hybrid builds are generally on those characters like Batman, Arkham Knight Batman, or combo builders. Let's say, you know, combo builders normally are hybrid builds where you add both attack and health. So this is how you know, these stats work.
Don't make me restrain you. I'll show you funny.
I have only focused on building 6 good teams for arena and solo raids. For Champions Arena, should I focus on other characters also that I get from solo raids only, put gears and leave them? Yes. Well, to be honest, Champions Arena, you can use any character you want. It's not mandatory to build a particular character in Arena and a particular character in Champions Arena. Most of your damage dealers, you don't need to put it in the defensive team. You just put characters that are tanks, like Atrocitus, Nightmare Batman, Brainiac, maybe, if you have him. So put these characters over there. And there is no need to like build any other characters specifically for Champions Arena. You can still use the ones that you have, and they will still work out quite well. All right, let me just check what my rank is in Champions Arena real quick. Bro, you're just perfect at explaining things. Are you a professor or something? No, 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 I'm not.